Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video, honey, and my mischievous spirit is back today, and we're gonna talk about Cardi B, honey, because it's game on, but no rapper chain on, but it's game on, no chain on. We're gonna talk about Cardi B because I am very intentional and I love to ruffle feathers because when Bird Nation comes into my comment section and they're trying to defend and they're trying to tell me what I should talk about, what not to talk about, and I'm like, but I have free will. And then I remember, oh shoot, I'm a Cancer. Oh my God. 50 is my favorite uncle because he's so relatable because I'm a kid. Listen, this is me, I'm a Cancer. When you tell me not to do something that I know I have free will to do, I'm gonna be repetitive and I'm gonna have fun doing it. I drag Barnaby, not because of Barnaby, but because of the fans. Do you guys remember when I say the fan base are the reason why so many celebrities get dragged? I know what I'm talking about. The only difference is I'm honest about it, but other content creators, they will not be honest about it. So let's drag this bitch, shall we? Woo! I love this for us. I love this for us, honey. Okay, let's get into it, honey, because I've been lurking in the bushes, right? And I've been doing so unapologetically. And let me tell you something. Stefon Diggs disassociating himself from Cardi B is one of the best decisions that he has made before being with her. Stefon Diggs is back to making good decisions again, right? No. If someone should say Stefon Diggs has never made any good decisions, I'm gonna ask you, why is it that now that Cardi B cannot use him to her own liking and her personal gain, why is it that it is now that he's not making good decisions? But when he was up and downtown with her, he was making good decisions. Like, that man's supposed to be enjoying a peace like none other. All Stefon Diggs has to do, even if he's gonna stay with Cardi B, is to keep her behind the scenes. She's just not good for his image. She's not good for his image nor his reputation. And I believe that this moment is so indicative of that. Like, men need to take notes. Cardi B is a liability. If you're not in hip hop, she's a liability to your career. You can lose it all just by one moment of her insanity. She just needs to have momentarily insanity for even 30 seconds, 45 seconds. She doesn't even need to have it for a minute. This woman will ruin your whole goddamn life, and she will not even feel bad about doing it. You know why? Because the toxicity works for her. It feeds her. It feeds her little children, but she's not gonna give a rat's ass about the next person's child. She's not. Because what are the chances that every time she has been going off on this man, even coming out, right? Think about this for a second, right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine that the internet is assuming that Stefon Diggs is gay, right? Because that's all we can do. We can only assume. It doesn't matter which guy from OnlyFans, from a escort company is gonna come out and say he was with Stefon Diggs and he's gonna show some text messages. Those text messages don't mean ish, okay? Because we don't know these guys. And that's just words. And text messages can be fabricated. We saw text messages being fabricated and ruining Chrissy Teigen, and it had to be her husband who came out with an expert showing us the version of Instagram that existed at the time and how text messages or Insta DM was at that time in comparison to now for Chrissy Teigen to be vindicated, right? People are stupid, and Charlemagne has told us that the internet is stupid, and when Charlemagne said it, many people were offended, but as time passes, what did we all come to realize as a collective? The internet is stupid. Whether we love to agree or love to disagree, the internet is stupid, right? So, we could only assume that the guy was gay, but who came out here and basically confirmed it? Barney. Barney came out and she told us that that man was gay. How did she tell us? Wasn't she on a rant saying, even if she's dating a gay man another time, we're not gonna know? Like, Barney didn't need to say that. But Barney was sour. You know when they say, when the fox cannot get the grape, the fox will say the grape is sour? You know that Stefon Diggs left her in the parking lot, so Barney B came out swinging. And if I was with a gay man, y'all wouldn't even know. Like, girl, where's that gay conversation coming from? And why is it that you're telling us that the next time you're with a gay man, without the spray tan, we're not gonna know? Like, why did you even have to say that? Because even if the internet was assuming Stefon Diggs was gay, we could only assume. But those words coming from a baby mama at the time when a ninja was alleging that your ninja is gay, it was just such bad timing. And when we heard that coming from Barney B, we're like, oh, shoots, this woman doesn't care. She really didn't care about Stefon Diggs' kids. She really didn't care about Stefon Diggs' career. Like, she cared zero. And then, you know what was worst about it all? As they would say, to add insult to injury. You know what was the insult to that injury? Was the mere fact that the podcast bros, weeks before, they were saying Stefon Diggs needs to drop Barney because Barney is a liability. She's no longer a asset. And then boom, here comes Barney, proving the podcast bros, which no one likes. No one loves these podcast bros discussion. But Barney did a whole 360 and gave us a new insight at us out here agreeing with the podcast bros. Do you know how rare that is? That shit was iconic. I've never seen the internet of women agreeing with the podcast bros. And then when the podcast bros said, the chickens, right? They always have to one up on me, just like Barney. But I've never seen the internet agreeing 100% with the podcast bros. But in that moment, everyone was agreeing with the podcast bros. And then Barney, instead of her being gracious, focusing on her money as her revenge, like, damn, Barney had to come out here and prove the podcast bros to be correct. Do you know how insulting that was as a woman to just sit down and watch Barney B just going off, talking about even if she was, and I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this woman? And I said, you know what? She's gonna tell us. She's gonna tell us because she doesn't know how to keep it zip. She's always telling on herself. And then lo and behold, what they were able to do after that, put two pieces of clip together. One with Barney saying, if she worshipped such deity, it would be witchcraft. And then the other clip was saying, with Barney's own mouth, that she does in fact worship such deity. And I keep saying to you all, You don't even have to ask Barney a thing. Barney's mouth, every time she opens her mouth, she puts her foot in it. She just keeps insulting herself. She keeps, telling on herself. So, like, damn, Barney is not gonna stop. But guess what? You know who is taking control and who's taking the bull bites horn? Stefon Diggs, of course, because that man is over there saying that he's never had peace like this since Barney. Like, I doubt we're gonna ever see that man going public with this woman again. And if we do, he's gonna be in his peak. He's gonna have something to promote and need her help in promoting it. And the moment that they're done promoting it, he's gonna go back and hide out somewhere away from her because Barney has proven to be a liability. Man, I think she needs to go get therapy and go back home to her husband. And every time I say it, people cannot see what I'm talking about. Bird Nation would rather Barney go to therapy with a man that doesn't want to be kept. And this is how you know that Bird Nation, they're so absent-minded. They are just like, I don't know what these girls are getting in the club or wherever, but they are truly absent-minded. But hey, Stefon Diggs is enjoying his life of peace, no chaos, no drama, no animosity, and it is all thanks because he is keeping his life away from Barney and her toxicity in the public. Maybe behind the scenes, they still have something going on, but like hell, if they do, that's exactly where it belongs. But, who won't be able to keep it quiet? Barney. She's gonna come out and she's gonna tell us. Even if we did not ask, she's gonna tell us. Like, have you ever heard Barney and Spaces live sometimes talking about some stuff? And you're like, girl, who asked you? Like, girl, who asked you? Like, we didn't need to know that, sweetie. We did not need to know that. But hey, until Barney spills on herself again, we are gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.